So 74s is the call, Tim. So 74 second laps. If you can go to your chart and tell me what they want to go.
That's 9:15 pace. And Clary McIntyre, the man who's got the job ahead of him to set those 74s up.
He's done a good job tonight, Clary, with the cap backwards.
Yep. No, he's done a bit of pacing before. So Clary just has a check of the watch. He'll get his 200-metre split. Spicer's right there near him. Caden Murray in that laconic style of his, looking very comfortable. So good field here, Nick. Some great up-and-coming runners. And
I tell you what, Tim, for an E-heat, it's an absolute quality lineup.
Well, E-heat at about 9:10. That's pretty good. So
come down the back straight, Tim. They look perfectly set up for that 74 that we talked about. The one that's on the pace at the moment, Caden Murray, is the one that's sitting right on side it. Sam Spicer also there. And the Knox crew, Trinkle, Hydefield, and also McDonald and Collins, not in bad position. So Trinkle's the one that's just off that group. And trailing the back of our group at the moment, but only 15 metres back, is young Thomas Diamond of Sasson Box Hill.
Opening lap, probably about 72, 73, I'd say. So Clary pretty much got him on target, and Caden just sitting out to the side and looking good.
The strung out field, though, tells you I think the pace is really on. The wind, I tell you what, it looked like it was going to pick up a couple of heats ago, but it's a bit negligible now.
No, it's perfect conditions. Cool. So this field ranges through to about 9:45. So with this spread, there's a few boys at the back who are really looking at big PBs if they can just stay in this pack environment.
Yeah, you're right. And the night is just very conducive, running fast times. We've had a few athletes come over here and their coaches congratulate them with 20-second, 25-second PBs tonight. It's probably pretty inspiring for these guys to get on the track and see what's been happening. When you see a 7:53, or what was it,
7:51.
7:51, 3,000 earlier, pretty hard not to be inspired. But as they come past me again, you've got Murray, you've got Spicer, Hadfield amongst the mix there, McDonald looking good, and Collins.
So they're on to 75 second laps on average. That one just pulled the pace off a little bit. So Clary's just got to wind them up a little bit more. So 75s will get them about a 9:22. So we just want the pace in the early stages to just go up slightly. So Clary, just move them along a little bit more. The boys are going to come with you. There's a pack of 15 or more who are just championing at the bit to go a little bit quicker.
I tell you what, one of those in the middle there, young Charlie Rogers, looks all right as well from Mentone. Came past, looking terrific.
He's got a PB of 9:42, Nick, so at the moment he is on a big PB schedule.
Like most of these boys are, as you said. But Clary doing a great job to make sure he just controls what happens here as the pack goes past Daniel Dunstan showing some of his best gymnastics moves. But it's Murray, Spicer again. It's the Western Athletics athlete there, obviously. Now got Christian White's moving up. Sorry, Alistair McDonald it is.
So 74 for that lap, so we need to just extract a little bit more on the next lap or two, just get them back onto pace schedule.
That early tempo, though, is just starting to hurt a couple. You said it was 15 of them when it went through the last lap. Now the front group sort of moved to 6. It's splintered to a pack of 5 behind that and a group of 3. So you got your pacemaker followed by 6 athletes. I tell you what, though, that Mentone athlete in Rogers, he surged for the second time in the race. Really impresses me, Tim.
Yeah, there's some McDonald from Western A's is the one who's now taken up the ascendancy. Ben Collins from Knox also going with him. Murray's still in there, but Caden's only just coming back from injury, so will he have the 3,000 metres? Sam Spicer also up there in the Maccabi uniform.
So great piloting job here again by our pacemakers. Sam Spicer told me pre-race it's just a slow build this season to come back. Alistair McDonald, though, it is. taking the group through. The two Knox athletes doing great tandem work. Murray in the mix there as well.
The boys have
Eric
got to use the
Trinkle now
pacer.
moved into that group. A bit earlier he was out the back. Eric Trinkle now in a great position. Probably one of the ones now I'm going to watch as we go through. He was patient through the first K, Tim, and he's moved his way into about 6th position.
And they've really got to move on to the back of Clary because he's doing the right thing. We don't want a gap to form. So this is the stage of the race where the boys, of course it's going to hurt. You've got to make yourselves hurt if you want the big time. So get onto that pacer. So Ashton McDonald's one of the ones now making that move. So it's a Knox 1-2 out there at the moment. So Collins, also McDonald. Spice is starting to, well, that was a good move by Sam because things are starting to splinter out front there, Nick.
That's right, Tim. I don't know what you said. Jamie Strudley and I were just talking about how exciting it is that Box Hill Athletics is putting on an event like this tonight. But anyway, we're going to go through 2K very shortly, assuming that's what you were talking about. So it's the Knox team out in front, the Knox train, the Knox project, whatever you want to call it. And there are 3 of them leading. 5:12, 6:12, 6:13. Clary McIntyre being followed. Spicer splits up that Knox train of Trinkle and McDonald. And also in there, it's the Box Hill athlete and the Western A's guys in 5th and 6th. Murray trying hard to hang on.
So about 9:20 pace they're on at the moment, Nick. So there's going to be some good stuff here. And I think it's Collins and also McDonald. They're the ones who have really split it apart. So coming through, Clary McIntyre, what a great job. He's done the right thing out there. And it's the 2 Knox athletes who have really made the most of that great pacing. Gap then to Spicer. Try and pick up the runners as they come through. Another one of the Knox runners there. That's Trinkle. We've also got Christian Whites from Western Athletics.
And what threw me before, Tim, we had Ashton and Alistair McDonald of Western A's and Knox. I was mixing those two up to it before, so I apologise to the families. Don't think you are related. But out in front now, great job by McIntyre. How good's this pacemaking? 2,400 metres in, and he's dragging these boys through for exactly what they want. So it is, you're correct, Tim. It is Ben Collins. So Ben Collins right on that pace. Right behind him, it's Ashton McDonald from Knox. They put 20 metres now on Spicer. And also, I think it's possibly Zach Hunter next there. Trinkle and Whites, they're the 2 currently in 4th and 5th on the 5th and 6th in the race proper. As McDonald tries to get back onto McIntyre to get the bell.
We could get a sub 9:20 here if they really work it. Clary, well done. He steps off the track, and now it's McDonald really grinding it out. And I reckon Ashton's going to get a sub 9:20. Goes through in 8:05, 8:06, so 74. We've got Ben, just pick it up and chase Ashton. That's all you've got to do. Then we've got, it is Zach Hunter in next position. We've also got the Western Athletics runner there. I think that's White's in the next spot, and then it is Spicer.
You're right, Tim. McDonald, though, is absolutely gone with 4:50 to go. He said, thank you very much, Clary McIntyre. I'm now going to go on and run sub 9:20. So McDonald he's going to have 220 metres to go now, and we're at 8 minutes 40, and he's going to come home and break that 9:20. Hunter's got to work with Whites and also Collins to get a bit quicker and get about 9:25. Spicer's working hard. Trinkle looks good. Hadfield's joined them. And then back to the Ringwood athlete that we have there in Benedict. But all out in front. Can McDonald go sub 9:20? We certainly will. We're at 9 minutes now. The pack behind is going to go very close to 9:20. But a fantastic run it is from Ashton McDonald. He's going to take victory in, I think, about 9:12, Tim.
About 12 or 13. Well run, Ashton. Hunter's going to come through next. Looks like White's is there. They're under 9:20 as well. What a finish. Collins just a tick over. Then we have Trinkle. Spicer in next position. Sorry, Trinkle coming through now. Then we have the Essendon runner, and that is Taylor. So some good running. Caden Murray just crossing the line at about 9:34. Venner, one of the youngsters, sub 9:40 for Matthew Venner. Then we have Lewis Manuel. McDonald, one of our early leaders, comes through after that.
And I reckon, Tim, in there, I saw Trinkle probably went about a 15-second PB based on what's been entered here. Hunter was pretty much on PB's form. Some really strong runs right throughout that field.
We've seen indications from McDonald through the season that he can do just that strong finish. So they talk about the Deneen group kick. I think Ashton, who's coaching her own group at Knox, which includes the Hadfields,